America has now discovered that it has a near infinite amount of shale oil in literally every state. Rather than celebrate our good fortune to reduce gas prices and eliminate our dependency on foreign oil cartels, the sustainabilists are rushing in a near panic to block the drilling of shale oil. Moreover, recent government reports show we have more than 2 trillion barrels of untapped oil under American soil, untapped and banned because of sustainable policy. To the sustainabilist elite who loathe competition and free markets, such a change in the status quo is terrifying because their control is highly profitable for those industries as they take the tax money through the public-private partnerships. And now, there's a new kind of corporation developed through public-private partnerships. It's called benefit corporations. If you're taking notes, write that down. Benefit corporation. As my friend Michael Shaw of Freedom Advocates describes it, imagine a legislated brotherhood of business where favored businesses get to go to the front of the line for permits, licenses, and opportunities merely because they agree to advance the principles of sustainable development in Agenda 21. 6 states already have benefit corporation legislation: Hawaii, Virginia, Maryland, Vermont, New Jersey, and New York. And 5 more are in the process of making it part of their state corporate legal system, including California, Colorado, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina. This policy will destroy free enterprise and guarantee that we cannot stop Agenda 21. Now, many Americans ask how dangerous international policies can suddenly turn up in local government, all seemingly uniform to those in communities across the nation and around the globe. The answer? Meet ICLEI, a nonprofit, private foundation dedicated to helping your mayor implement all of these policies. Originally known as the International Council for Local Environmental Initiatives, today the group simply calls itself ICLEI, Local Governments for Sustainability. They had to work to get that word international out of there. It kind of scared people. In 1992, ICLEI was one of the groups instrumental in creating Agenda 21. Its mission now is to implement Agenda 21 worldwide, and it's having tremendous success. ICLEI is now operating in more than 600 cities in all 50 states, including Raleigh. The group is shooting for 1,000 members in the next 3 years. Each of these cities pay dues to ICLEI to receive its programs. When local governments contract with ICLEI, they agree to implement the Agenda 21 policy of sustainable development. And here are just some of the programs ICLEI provides cities and towns in order to spread their own particular political agenda in the name of community service and environmental protection. Software products and associated training, access to a network of experts, newsletters, conferences and training workshops, toolkits, online resources, case studies, fact sheets, policy and practice manuals. These tools are used to fully indoctrinate the employees at City Hall to assure only sustainabilist policies are considered. Sustainable Raleigh is a direct outgrowth of working with ICLEI and some other groups. And then ICLEI provides the important one: notification of relevant grant opportunities, money with severe strings attached. For example, here is a direct quote from the EPA's website concerning one of its grant programs. Quote, "The Sustainable Development Challenge Grant Program is also a step in implementing Agenda 21, the global plan of action on sustainable development, signed by the United States at the Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro in 1992. All of these programs require broad community participation to identify and address environmental issues," end quote. So, to local officials who continue to deny any connection to Agenda 21, please take note. It's the EPA which said the grants were designed to implement Agenda 21, not me. But keep in mind, your community does not have to be an ICLEI member to be affected by Agenda 21 and ICLEI policies. Around the nation, ICLEI partners with others, established organizations like the American Planning Association and the International City-County Management Association, or the ICMA. And then there's the Renaissance Planning Group. These groups, and hundreds more like them, work hand in hand with groups like the U.S. Conference of Mayors, the National Governors Association, the National League of Cities, and the National Association of County Administrators, and more that your elected representatives probably belong to. These are the people who are making policy. These are the people your local officials trust to be mainstream. These are the true enemies of freedom in America. And that's how these policies quickly spread across the nation as enforced regulations. And here are some of the results of these efforts. Across the nation, state legislatures are passing laws requiring cities and towns to establish comprehensive development plans that include high-density urban development areas, controls on energy and water, controls on transportation, making it more difficult to drive your cars, perhaps forcing acceptance of light rail and high-speed trains. These laws are being used as weapons to force sustainable development at a rapid pace across the nation. And here's some of what you can now expect from these plans that your city fathers say will make things better. One of the most popular tools is now to control energy use through the energy audit and building review. They establish quotas for electrical use and for heating and cooling pumps and water use. That means that government bureaucrats may well come into your home or your office building and determine the amount of potential energy you should have. You will be given a list of recommendations necessary to bring your home into compliance. These may well include the need for a new roof, new energy-efficient appliances, new windows, etc. You'll be required to buy these things. In Oakland, California, the City Council did just these things. And the result was an average cost to every single homeowner of at least $35,000. And if you don't comply, you'll be fined and possibly unable to sell your home until you do. Across the nation, power companies, in partnership with government planners, are forcing the use of smart meters. These meters contain RFID chips. The technology enables the power company to keep track of how much power you are using at the moment and control, regulate, and ration your use of that electricity. They will set the temperature in your home. If they decide that you're using too much hot water for your showers or your washing machines or too much air conditioning, your electricity will automatically be turned down or even off. Moreover, a future goal is to have all appliances replaced with those containing the same RFID chip, which the smart meter will speak to for more regulations and controls. There is now growing evidence that the smart meters are causing medical problems for some, as they are affected by the radiation that emanates from it. Others are experiencing lack of power during peak usage. And of course, as with all things sustainable, energy costs are soaring. Those who protest that such meters are a violation of their private property rights and freedom of choice are told that they have one choice: accept the meter or have no electricity come to your home.